Welcome to the Julie Laughton Living Podcast, the place to get advice, tips, and tricks to building the life and luxury home of your dreams with 30-year business owner, designer, and builder, Julie Laughton. It all starts with a good plan. This is Julie Laughton Living.
Welcome back to another episode of Julie Laughton Podcast. Today we're going to talk about maintenance-free kitchen countertops. And before we do, check out my 7 simple steps, share it with your friends, and know that I'm a one-stop shop. But what that means is I have a wonderful team under me, and I provide all the aspects of what you need done as one person, as opposed to the client hiring 9 to 11 people. So check it out and share the 7 steps. Okay, today we're going to talk about kitchen countertops, because the kitchen, the center of the home, the place where we live, dine, entertain friends, it's really the most used room in the house. And the trend lately is, I need no maintenance, because no one wants to deal with it. And nobody wants that aged look. Everybody wants everything new and clean and timeless. So back in the day, everybody used granite, but it's horrible, cold, and no style. So the new thing is the quartz, which is not quartzite. The natural stuff is quartz. So it's man-made stone, which means it actually has man-made products in it, but it's not, you can't burn it. You could technically scratch it, but you can't stain it. Like, it won't leave the watermarks, and it won't stain as easy because it comes with the sealer too. But really, the density of the product makes it almost bulletproof or maintenance free. Because you have kids, you put a glass of wine down, you cook, you have lemon juice, and then the kids peanut butter and jelly, and all these things add to staining. So the point is, all my clients in the last, I think it's 10 years now, they want maintenance-free kitchens, because gosh, who wants to clean? And then they can't stand it that, the glasses leave rings, because a lot of the ladies, they want that white Calcutta marble. That stuff's high maintenance. So anyway, it's been an interesting trend, and thank God for the quartz and the solid man-made materials. So my thing with the kitchen is the center of the home. And after I left New York City when I was like 28 years old or 29, I'm a master draftsman. I went to school for architecture, landscape architecture, and ended up in interior design. So I have a degree in design and a master's degree in this business 40 years later. But the thing is, I like to draw. And I like design, style, function. I like to space plan. I like to make the home work for how people live in their shelter, how they function. So the biggest functioning room that needs the most attention is the kitchen. So after I moved from New York City and got out of commercial, I landed in custom kitchens kind of by default. It was an accident, actually. And because I got a job at a kitchen showroom. I never worked retail before. It was a new experience for me. So that launched my sales career. But the thing is, the kitchen, seriously, the amount of detail, it's like a car engine. It's the engine of the home. So that's where I started in 1991. And that's what launched my business, is custom kitchen design. And I drew every single kitchen I sold. $1 million later, the first year, it was 4 or 5 kitchens a month. And in my first year in California, and I do them all by hand with pencil and old school drafting. And then that led to all the remodels and whatnot. But for the first 10 years of my career, my company was Julie Laughton Interior Design and Custom Kitchens. Okay, so then I became certified custom kitchen designer and licensed in California on the interior design and all that good stuff. And then I became a licensed contractor. So my background is the design, the architecture, the interior design, and the custom kitchens strong. I mean, I got this down, okay? Thousands of jobs later, it seems like. We call it hundreds, almost 1,000. So it's seriously the most fun for me and the most special room in the house, but there's nothing like a well-designed home, let alone a perfectly designed kitchen. So the big thing about the new kitchens, there's a little, change in what I've done over 30 years, because the styles have changed. So I design very custom kitchens. I like to use every square inch of every bit of the space. And when you don't have completely custom cabinets, it's hard to get it customized. So I design custom cabinets, and a man locally, a cabinet maker locally, builds them for me. And so the point is they're truly custom down to the, quarter inch. And that's the only way to really do it. I can't stand using pre-made cabinets and blah, blah, blah. So I can't stand it. But I do it once in a while for clients that are on a budget. So the secret is to have a cabinet and a countertop and a backsplash that's technically maintenance free, because even though I like real marbles and I like real stones, look at cafe tables in Paris. They're all stained and old, but they look beautiful. But nobody wants that anymore. They want it maintenance free, bright, and easy to clean. So we use quartz materials, which is man-made materials ground up, and they're easy to wipe down. I try not to use complicated backsplashes with a lot of grout that stain, because that's just a headache. And but it depends on the look. But you can use tiles that are bigger too, that don't have as much grout. And then the cabinets need to be able to be wiped down without the furniture finish quality being ruined. So the cabinet finishes are more updated today with better varnishes. You can just wipe everything down with soap and water and you're good to go. But it's really, truly more maintenance free today than ever. So the big thing about custom kitchens is you have options to the design and style, and it has to go with your house. But then when you get into the nitty gritty of the kitchen, there's things where you can do to jazz it up, like the uppers and the lowers can be different colors, and the island countertop can be a different material or look like a piece of furniture. And that countertop can be different. I mean, you can have a totally different countertop. We put butcher block. I mean, depending on what you're doing and the look of your house. But the island countertop could be a whole nother deal and a whole nother look, like a piece of furniture, which really makes it fun. But, still today, people want it to be maintenance free. So switching out the colors nice, or, doing a waterfall on the edges and making it more dramatic. It's there's so many options to jazz up the island. So when you have the backsplash, that's what you see when you walk in, the vertical surface. The backsplash, so what's going on behind the stove, it's really your accent. So you got to take advantage of that and make it, pop or, be part of the design, monochromatic, whatever. But the backsplash is a huge opportunity for your accent and what you actually first see, and you see the face of the cabinets and you see the backsplash. So don't forget to make that special. Thank you for joining me in another episode of Julie Laughton Podcast, and check out my website for all the beautiful pictures of the work. You might get some ideas. Check out my 7 simple steps. Share it with your friends. And thank you for listening about maintenance-free kitchen countertops and how important the kitchen is overall. And enjoy your next remodel, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Julie Laughton Living. For more information or to connect with Julie one-on-one, visit julielaughtonliving.com. And don't forget, it all starts with a good plan.